Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my Libra friends and friends of Libra. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and hey, I'm Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So, Libra, please know if this message resonates with you, then this message is for you. I am going to go into what I saw here in meditation for you guys, and we'll move into tarot. I did also draw an oracle card here we'll talk about here as well. So looking at your energy and meditation here prior, Libra, what came through was the process of scoring or marking like a loaf of bread, something that a baker will do to well, I had to kind of look it up, like what is really the purpose of doing this, but this is what was shown to me. What came through initially was this idea of like functionality and art, this blend together. And it is, it is for the purpose of making specific kinds of bread with specific kinds of crust or special designs on it. But the main purpose of it is to relieve intended pressure or to relieve pressure in an intended way. If they didn't, then as the crust hardens, steam would just be released in random spots, creating bulges or extrusions that are not really desired to be a part of the bread. So by giving it a point of weakness before baking it, it is actually giving it an intended look and also directing where that pressure is to go. So next I was shown the kanji for person. And the message that really came through was like you as this person, Libra. So the idea of like art and functionality, like I said, and in reading a little bit deeper into the purpose of scoring bread, I feel like we're talking about being a little bit more conscientious or intentional about where you are, maybe even using your weaker points to give you something that is actually beneficial, something that may even be beautiful, turning weakness into beauty. I love it. Okay. So Libra, the card that you guys got today, Blue Angel Oracle, is what I felt called to work with. You guys got Grace and Gratitude. So grace and gratitude, I'm going to read this in the book here. Release, which I love already. Release. We're talking about relieving some pressure, or like I feel like this pressure is not like it needs to be released, right? There is pressure that builds up in our systems, in our mental health, in our energy field that needs to be released. So release frustration and anger and express the love and light that you truly are. You are a beautiful soul. Yes, you are. A beautiful friend, loved by so many. Why cloud this love? Let the real you shine through. Be grateful for your life and the many blessings you receive each day. Gratitude will lead you to peace, and peace will lead you to abundance and joy. Focus on the good in your life, and everything else will fall into place. Beyond thought, there is a knowing that embraces all knowledge, a knowing that does not divide, nor keep one truth from another. Within this knowing, you will find all that you thought was missing. Within this knowing, you will rediscover your beautiful soul. I breathe out all my frustration and anger, and breathe in the light and love of my soul. In peace there is wisdom. I am peace. I am wisdom. All is well. 333 on the timer too. Love that. Okay, I really like this card, especially in this deck. So let's go ahead and get shuffling here for your tarot messages, Libra. What do we have going on for Libra, please, Spirit? And huge shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys so much for your love and support, as always. If you're interested in becoming a channel member yourself, there is a link in the description. You can also click the join button by the subscribe button underneath this video. If you're interested in personal readings, I do have those open and available. You can check out my website in the description as well. So in your hopes here, hopes and dreams, you have Three of Pentacles. I do feel like there is a desire for connection right now. Even recognition. I'm getting this feeling of, like along the same lines of pressure here. It's almost like you guys are pushing really hard to work towards a goal. This may involve work. It may involve just your personal development. But there's something that you're seeing in your own value and your own worth that you're wanting others to see too. And they should, absolutely. Let's keep going here. That's the This May Hurt Tarot, by the way. So we'll be using the Fortuna deck here next. What do we have for Libra, please, Spirit? And this is a general reading, you guys, so please keep that in mind. You are extremely intelligent. Please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher if this message is for you or not. And it is okay to leave it behind if it's not. Check out your rising moon of Venus, any other major placements in your chart for a more complete picture of your story. So Princess of Talismans here at the bottom, this is your fear aversion. Page of Pentacles is what this is. So I do get kind of it's this feeling of like, I know what my worth is here. Like I said, with the Three of Pentacles here in your hopes, I know what my worth is. I know what I'm willing to put into a situation, but there is also this like nagging feeling or voice in the back of your head that's saying that you aren't good enough to make it beyond maybe where you are now. Like, nice try, kiddo, but try again. I just get this this feeling of like self-consciousness or doubt that is creeping up. Okay. Not today. 555 on the timer as well. Big change coming, you guys. I do feel like you guys are going through a big change. So, in the general energy surrounding you right now, main influences, you guys have 8 of Wands. I do feel like there's this feeling of like, this is quick moving energy. It can be good news. I do feel like you are just on the verge of breaking through the surface. Like with this meditation with the bread, the pressure coming through in the bread. I feel like, that's interesting. Like there's something about being aware of where your weaknesses are, and instead of trying to hide them, like working with them. Because if you're just trying to hide them, then as this bread bakes, that pressure is actually coming out in random and obscure, weird ways that are not helpful to your progress or to where you're going. So I feel like as soon as you start working with your weaknesses here, or at least not trying to hide them, like we're not broadcasting where we are weak, but this is a process that we're going through ourselves. Okay, so we're not. I think it's important not to like broadcast, like I said, where it is that you have weak points. We are focusing on where we are strong or where we do have skills and talents. But there's something about like if you're trying to just avoid that the weakness is there altogether, this is actually coming back and hurting you in the long run. So accepting it. I just feel like accepting that you are completely an incomplete person, right? And I don't mean like as a soul or anything like that. I just mean in this process of learning as a human being. There's always something more to learn. Okay, let's keep going here. So you have King of Elixirs come through to clarify. King of Cups. Mastering your emotional experience. So along the same lines as, like, how do you feel about where you do have weak points? Are you attacking yourself over them? Are you allowing yourself space to expand, to be human? I feel like the good news, the good message that comes through on this is that, yes, you are human, and that's totally fine. That's beautiful. There's actually beauty in the imperfection, right? You can use that to your advantage. That's what makes us beautiful as humans, is that we're not perfect. So there's something about accepting this process that allows you to elevate yourself, to rise. Okay, let's keep going. So good stuff here for you. Oh, was it Virgo? Yeah, I did Virgo yesterday. Virgo had the Tower here as well. Similarly, I feel like there's this opportunity or this energy that is along the same lines as like baking and growing. There's an opportunity to release yourself from something that has been stagnating, comes through, but has been, what is the word? Not shrinking or captivating. Feeling trapped, okay? The Tower is a great illumination. It can be a huge perspective shift, kind of a prison break sort of energy that's coming through. I feel like you guys are baking, right? You're rising whether you want to or not. So the important part here is to make sure that you are releasing, like Grace and Gratitude is talking about, releasing it in an intended way, okay? This energy is expanding up and out. There is a big release that is happening right now, is coming, if you're not already aware of this going on. And I feel like the pressure is going to build to a point where it's extremely uncomfortable if it's not already. If you aren't releasing that pressure, that frustration, that anger that's coming up in healthy ways. Ooh, Justice comes through here next in the good stuff, which is your card. So fairness and balance. I do think there is this greater balancing effect that's happening right now. And I would say, because I've noted there's a lot of frustration, crunchiness in general that I've been experiencing as we're getting closer to summer here as well. And I notice the more that I try to, like, control that, not allow that to come up or to be, or to find out what it's trying to say, the louder that gets, right? The louder that, or greater that this tower explodes when it gets to that process of that pressure building. I just feel like you guys are being highlighted right now that you have everything that you need to balance this out, to balance your experience out. Your body knows how to balance things out already. It feels like if there is crunchiness, like we may be getting in our own way, right? I feel like I want justice here for Libra. Son of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity or a process that you guys are in right now where you're being put back on track. You're being given an opportunity to try again, to move forward unfettered is what comes through. Okay, thank you, Spirit. To have passion and creativity and joy towards your life again. And I feel like that has been distinctly missing. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Ooh, what you don't see coming, what's in the dark here, you have the sun. So yeah, like I was saying, it feels like there's this process of shedding or pressure release, like I said, that needs to happen. This is happening whether you want it to or not. Are you scoring, are you cutting through in your life in ways? Are you using maybe your weaknesses to your advantage, like with the bread analogy? Or are you not taking that into consideration? Are you just jumping into the fire here and seeing what's going to happen pressure-wise? What's going to happen as a final result for yourself? The sun is positivity, it's joy, it's abundance. So I do feel like this is on the way, but this comes after the tower falls. I get the feeling of like, I guess it could be a boil or like a cyst or something, where this pressure builds up, where the body is containing this fluid of some sort. And I mean, a blister could even be a good analogy too. We're not popping blisters though. As the pressure builds up, it causes a lot of pain. And it may require a little bit more pain to remove that liquid, whatever that's inside of the cyst or what have you. But in doing that, it actually provides this relief too. And relief allows you to start feeling a bit more joy. So I kind of am getting this, yep, something is expanding, something is coming to an apex, something is coming to a point where there needs to be release. Are you participating in this release in a way that is going to thrust you forward? The Eight of Wands is talking about. Or I'm getting kind of this visual of the cage here too. Or is this uncontrollable release going to put you further in like a prison, a trapped kind of feeling? Because you have the opportunity to set the scales right here, balanced by, there's something about using your weakness to your advantage, okay? Ten of Wands comes in here too, totally. This is releasing something too. This is releasing a burden that's on the heart. This pressure, whatever this pressure is. What is this pressure, Spirit? Under pressure. Ace of Wands, okay. Ace of Wands is an explosive energy too. It's like the start of a new journey. Creativity and expression, joy as well. I feel like there is a pressure here, whether this is coming from you or from the outside, or maybe a little bit of both, to be something different. Do you want to be something different? I do feel like there is, maybe this is the pressure, like this is happening one way or the other. You are being directed here by God, universe, spirit, to start a new path, but I'm feeling this resistance, okay? How can you use that resistance to your advantage? Let's keep going. So your obstacle here the challenge, you guys have Six of Wands. This is victory. I do feel like this is a challenge for you guys right now. You've been feeling under pressure at work, in a relationship, with yourself. I do feel like there are a lot of thoughts, treatment of the self that is increasing this pressure unnecessarily, or not allowing you to like release it in a healthy way. And I feel like there's something about your weakness right now. What is it about the weakness? Can we get some more information on that, please, Spirit? Nine of Swords and Five of Wands. So Nine of Swords is like a nightmare, fear, anxiety, insomnia. Four of Wands, excuse me. Four of Wands is a crossing of a threshold. Okay. Interesting message. So typically, if you've watched me here for a bit, I will say it's really important to move towards the dream instead of run from the nightmare, right? What I'm getting, and that's because what it is that we're focusing on is what is coming to us, what we're manifesting in our life. What I'm getting here is actually the way to victory for you guys right now is to run from the nightmare. This isn't like a permanent state of being. This is where like using your weakness to your advantage. Whatever it is that is scaring you, whatever it is you're trying to avoid, maybe like lack of abundance, loss of relationships, whatever, to allow this fear to galvanize you, allow this fear to, like this is the scoring process in the bread. Interesting. And that is interesting because I usually recommend, or that comes through as the reverse. There's something that you are like, use that as a fire. Okay. Whatever it is that you don't want, that you don't want something, use that as a catalyst. Okay, there we go, as a catalyst. So it's not meant to be like a burning fuel to maintain you, but use it as a catalyst to make a change right now. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Ace of Talismans comes in here as well for your challenge. Yes, the challenge is moving towards new opportunities right now. You may be feeling frozen in fear, like this Nine of Swords comes through and talks about. I don't think I finished up with the Six of Wands either. The Six of Wands is somebody who's been to war and they're coming back and being celebrated. That's their victory. That's where I feel like you guys are right now, is in this process of war. You can't afford to be frozen and curl up in a ball. So if you need to use your fear to thrust you forward, then that's what we got to do, right? Like I said, the recommendation is not to do this permanently, but this seems to be needed to catalyze you forward into new opportunities. Like I said, Ace of Talismans here is all about abundance in the physical realm. You may be feeling this lack. To not fall into the fear, to make friends with the fear. Okay. Yeah, to make friends with the fear. Totally. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So let's go into 3 main pieces of advice here for Libra. What's going on for Libra? Pay attention. Look out for signs from the divine. Acknowledge red flags. I do feel like you guys are being guided right now, always. I think especially when things are hard, we tend to not see the signs as well. Retreat, time spent alone, reflection on past and current situations. I feel like the point of this is to really get your motivation set straight. What do you want to catalyze you? What I'm getting as an example here, okay, as a healthy example, like, let's say you, it's a very specific example, you have kids and you have struggled at some point in your life with like drugs or alcohol. And there's a situation where in order to be able to be in your children's life, you need to be clean and sober. That is using the fear as a motivating factor. Eventually you want to switch that to me spending time with my family or my kids, the joy that brings and that connection, that is the driving force. That's what I'm moving towards. versus like, I don't want to be thrown in jail, or I don't want to have my kids taken away from me. Do you see the difference of the fear and the dream? But right in this moment, there's something about using that fear to catalyze you, to put a fire under your ass to make a change. Okay. What else do we have here for Libra, please, Spirit? Past life connection. Someone with heavy influence from a past life is with you. For some of you, I feel like there may be, you may be feeling a bit depressed or stuck in a situation because of somebody from the past. Could have been a relationship, romantic, friendship. Parent is something that's coming through too. It's almost like this loss could be what's keeping you stuck as well. Okay. Let's move into animal messages for you guys. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. Lion. So interesting, this comes through too. Lion, this is an energy of, I very much get the sun, Leo energy, okay? The lion knows when to use their energy and when not to use their energy. They're very, what is the word? I've had the hardest time with my words recently. Thrifty is kind of the word that comes through. They know when to use their energy. They know when not to. They're reserving, there we go. They're reserving their energy for the time when they do need to use it. I'm drawn back to like using this pressure. When you need to use that pressure to light a fire underneath you, do so. If you need to rest, up until that point, rest. There's something about like working on the experience of your anxiety that's coming through too. Because that anxiety may be killing all of this energy that you have in reserve, so you don't have any energy in reserve to move forward. Rest and recover when you need to, and act and move when you need to. Okay. All right, Libra. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am going to move into the extended reading now. If you want to join me there are links in the description. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining me here. Again, I do have personal readings available if you want to check that out. Please like, share, comment, subscribe as well. If this message resonated with you, I truly appreciate your help in growing this channel. It means a lot to me. Donations are always accepted and greatly appreciated, you guys. It really does go a long way in helping maintain this channel as well. So thank you. I will see you all very soon. Please take care of yourselves, okay? Be well.